Dispatcher, friend or foe? We're going to talk about it. Part 1, coming up next. Let's go.
Let's reflect. Everybody got a story. Your whole ghetto be. Here's mine. See, I was born in sewage, born to make bomb music. Flow tight like I was born Jewish. Used the streets as a conduit. I kept arms.
Welcome back, guys, to another edition of Trucking with LoShawn Parks. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and I do appreciate that. In today's video, we're going to talk about dispatchers. Dispatchers, are they friends or foe? I'm going to bring something and put something on you guys' mind that a lot of you guys may not know about the dispatchers, or it may even be something that you guys overlook in a dispatcher. Today's video, I will be taking snippets or pieces from the video that I did on a live feed in YTTA Network. I was going to redo this video all over again, but after me watching the live feed, it was such a good video, I just figured I'd put it here instead of redoing this all over again. So, guys, kick back, grab your vapes, because those that say vaping ain't good for you, they're crazy. Grab your vape, enjoy the video. Catch you guys on the other end. And there is a part 2 to this video. This is part 1. Because if you know anybody who's a company driver, or even if you're a lease op and you have a dispatcher, I'm gonna put something on your mind to make you think real strong and hard, and it's gonna make I'm gonna step on the toes. I'm gonna step on some toes tonight, okay? So when I step on these toes tonight, I don't want anybody to feel offended or feel like your dispatcher is is a scum, especially if you feel like your dispatcher is a friend of yours. I'm gonna show you what a real friend would do for you, you know what I mean, and what a dispatcher should be doing. But 9 times I put it like this: you got 10 dispatchers in a room, 9 of these dispatchers probably are not going to do this, okay? And it goes to show the lack of care that dispatchers have for you, as supposedly the dispatcher is supposed to be your business partner and supposed to have your best interests, right? Hey, be a company driver forever. Oh God, I'm gonna put something on your mind. You know what I'm saying? They want you to be a company driver forever, but I'm gonna make y'all, because a lot of people have dispatchers, okay? And like I said, man, there's nothing against it, having a dispatcher, but it's something that I want to put in the air for those who have a dispatcher, to find out if your dispatcher is really a good dispatcher, or if your dispatcher is all about, paper, okay? So real quickly, let's get into it. Dispatchers are, let's just open this can up right now, out the gate. Dispatchers are programmed people, okay? They are programmed individuals. You may get the dispatchers that have been truck drivers before, and typically those dispatchers are pretty good, okay? If you get a dispatcher who has been a former driver, they tend to understand the lifestyle of a driver and know the driver's needs. But at the same time, they are rewired, okay? You got to understand this. That dispatcher has been rewired by, as Trucker Brown says, has been rewired by the regime to do what they say, to make sure that their numbers are good, okay? So, but something that I was thinking about, okay, with a dispatcher, friend or foe, and people want to know what I think a dispatcher is. Is a dispatcher a friend or a foe? To me, a dispatcher, like I said, 10 dispatchers in a room, 9 of them are foe, okay? There may be that one dispatcher that is you could call a friend, or somebody who really has your best interest in heart, or anything like that. And it's pretty simple how to separate the good dispatcher from a bad one. And here it is. Here's the jewel that I'm gonna drop on y'all, but YTTA and LoShawn and them, we don't know how to articulate our words, and we don't know how to say it. Well, the reason why we don't, use big words and big college and dictionary words is because we are drivers. You understand? we know how to relate to you guys. Whereas like the corporate regime people, they don't know how to relate to us. You know, they think that we're dumb. They think that we're stupid, uneducated drivers. I mean, that's what corporate pretty much thinks, okay? So don't think nothing differently, okay? They think that you're just a driver and make their bottom dollar, make their line, and that's all you're supposed to do, okay? Shut your mouth, don't talk. All right, so, but this is how I've come to find out separating the good dispatcher from a bad dispatcher, or a dispatcher who is programmed. A good dispatcher, when you get on that dispatcher's board, or when you meet that dispatcher should sit down with you, or if you do it over the phone, via the phone, that dispatcher should have that conversation with you to figure out exactly what your costs are for living, okay? As far as like home, like a good dispatcher will ask, what are your expenses outside of trucking, okay? We already know what the fixed cost is for with a truck, okay? If you're on a leasing, then they already know what those fixed costs are. But a good dispatcher is going to ask you, or should ask you, if they're a friend and they really consider you to be your business partner, they should ask, what are your expenses at home? All right. And when they ask what your expenses are at home, they should be writing that down. Okay. They should be writing it down, saying, okay, he got this, 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 he got this. That way that dispatcher knows exactly what mark you need to be running at. Okay. They should know, like, okay, his at-home expenses is $2,000 a month. He knows that your costs on your truck with your fuel and everything comes out to be, $2,500. And I'm just playing with numbers, people. Okay. Some people's numbers may be smaller. Some people's numbers may be higher. You just got to plug and play, but you got to understand what the concept that I'm trying to make here. He should ask you, what are your expenses at home? Okay. And when he asks you what your expenses at home is, he should take into consideration how to get you your truck payment, how to get you your fuel payments, your fixed costs, your insurance, and enough money to take care of your home bills. Like I said, 10 dispatchers in a room, 9 of them are not going to do that, okay? They're not going to ask you what you got going on at home, how you like to run. You hear a lot of them ask you how you like to run. And you'll tell them, I like to run hard. I like to stay on the road. Okay, well, as long as you like that, we're good to go with you. But they really don't know you. Okay, they really don't know you, because if you knew who I was, or we're supposed to be friends, you should be concerned with what it takes for my expenses at home and what it takes for my expenses on the truck. You understand? So when you add those two numbers up together, you should be, as my dispatcher, hitting that mark, right? Or trying to get me damn near as close as possible to hitting that mark. And a lot of them don't, okay? Because they're programmed to where what comes first is to make sure that truck payment gets paid, okay? Because with dispatchers, if you're in the hole, for my leasing people, for my leasing guys, they understand what I'm talking about. If you're in the hole, then your dispatcher gets a negative hit on you, okay? Basically, your dispatcher gets a deduction in his pay if you're in the hole, okay? So technically, they don't ever want you in the hole, okay? They'll give you enough runs to keep you from being in that hole, because you affecting his paycheck, right? So if you're in the hole, i.e., if you're in the hole and you stay in the hole, it's costing him $100 from his paycheck, or $100 from his bonus. All right, some of you guys may not have known that. Some of you guys may do, but this is good to know information for those that don't know. You're costing him $100 a week for you to stay in the hole. And I don't know if some of you have noticed, but when I was at Prime, if you're in the hole, they run the dog piss out of you. You know what I mean? They run, you all of a sudden you start getting the top-notch loads, you get the best loads, you get all of that stuff. And the reason why is he needs you to come out the hole, okay? Because you're affecting his paycheck, right? But he don't care about nothing extra that you need to make. He don't care about your at-home expenses at all. Only thing that he's concerned with is you got to catch up with this truck payment so my paycheck can stop getting hit $400. You know what I mean? But I'm not concerned with what you got going on at home. You affecting my paycheck. You understand? And then the thing is, they'll dig you so far in the hole, and some of the guys will fall victim to this. You'll fall victim to advances, okay, where you're getting advances, and they'll advance you this money, all right, because what they're trying to do is keep you around. But a good dispatcher, a friend dispatcher will consider everything. He will consider what your home expenses are. He will consider what your truck payment expenses are, and he will try to get you as close as possible to that revenue or that gross or that net, whatever people want to, you got so many people that get caught up in this gross and net thing. The thing is not so much of the gross and net, but damn it, man, if you're my business partner, if you got my best interest, if you're my friend, you say that, because you call dispatch up, they say, I'm in this with you. How can you possibly be in this with me? And with my expenses at home, this truck expenses, it's like $3,500 in revenue that I have to revenue a week. Or $4,500 in revenue that I have to revenue a week. And you hitting the market 28. So when you hit the market 28, the only thing that's getting paid is what? We said that the fixed expenses, the fixed cost is $2,500, right? So the only thing that's getting paid is the truck. But he's not concerned with that, dude, I got kids at home. Dude, I got mortgage at home. I got light bills. I got babies that need the formulas. We'll work on that. We'll try again next week. You know what I'm saying? We'll try again next week. No. That's not how the operation should go. And they're going to sleep good regardless, okay? Because they got 50, 60, 70 drivers on their board, okay? If you're that one individual that's in the hole, yeah, it bothers him. It takes, some money off of his check. But that dispatcher's going home, and at the end of the week, he's going to get a check cut. Okay, have you ever heard of a dispatcher being in the hole? I mean, so I'm going to put something on y'all mind. I told you I was going to put something on y'all mind tonight. Have you ever heard of a dispatcher being in the hole? Have you ever heard of a dispatcher saying, man, freight is killing me right now? A dispatcher don't say freight is killing him. A dispatcher don't say that he's in the hole, because he goes home every night. He has a check every weekend or every week. He's more than likely he's off on the weekends while you're running. And while you're running on the weekend away from your family, all he's concerned with, he gives you some bullshit weekend load, is over the weekend that you revenue enough to keep afloat with the truck payment, okay? That's the concern.
This can't be life. This can't be life. This can't be love. This can't be right. It's gotta be more. This can't be us. This can't be life. This can't be love. This can't be right. It's gotta be more. This can't be us. This can't be life.